Hey, welcome back sa Life Talks by Pao, kung saan tayo nag-uusap ng totoong kwento. Real healing at mga transformation na hindi lang sa surface kundi sa soul natin. And before anything else, I just want to say thank you so much for always being there, supporting the channel, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube, or even TikTok. And the TikTok journey has been really great, really awesome. We've created somehow a community. So I really wanted to say hi to you guys sa ating mga constant dyan. Miss Hart, Miss Isa, Tito, Miss Naomi, Midnight, at marami pang iba. Sorry kung Maiko as well, Maiko. So mga friends natin dyan. So hello everyone. So tutok lang sa episode na to. Kasi you know what? This is really interesting. This episode is really interesting. And today, I'm very excited because we're diving into a story na siguradong makaka-relate ka. Kasi at one point, na-experience more dumaan ka sa isang matinding trauma. Whether it's for yourself, a heartbreak, or yung as simple as feeling mo na parang paulit-ulit ka nilang nasasaktan at hindi makawala sa cycle. So kung ikaw yun, hang in there, and I think this episode is made for you. Today, kasama natin ngayon si Kyle Kapilitan. Isa siyang trauma healing and self-love coach, American board certified NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist, energy healer, at founder ng Sacred Glow PH. Pero higit sa lahat, isa siyang babae na dumaan sa matinding pain at ginamit yon para buuin ng mas matatag, mas aligned, at mas empowered na version ng sarili niya. And Kyle is just not a coach. She's a guide, a mirror, and a safe space para sa mga taong feeling stuck, feeling lost, o pagod na sa paulit-ulit na patterns sa buhay. Ang mission niya, I guess, is tulungan kang i-break ang cycles na hindi nagsiserve na para sa'yo. At tulungan kang maalala kung sino ka bago ka nasaktan, bago ka napagod, at bago mo nalimutan ang sarili mong worth. So, kung ready ka nang marinig kung paano niya ginawang lakas ang trauma niya at paano mo rin yun magagawa sa sarili mong buhay, stay with us. And this is gonna be deep, raw, and real. Just want to say, just trigger warning lang mga friends, this episode may contain sensitive topics about trauma and emotional pain. So please listen with care and take a pause if you need to. Enjoy this episode.
Where real talk meets real growth. Dito, walang filter, just straight up wisdom, life hacks, and stories that hit different. Whether you're chasing your dreams, finding yourself, or just vibing through life, this is your space to learn and reflect. So, ready ka na? Let's dive in. This is Life Talks by Pao, Season 3.
Siguro for starter, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for saying yes to this. Alam ko, we've been planning this since
September.
Kasi
birthday ni tatay. Hi, tay. Thanks
hello,
for
Yong.
connecting us.
Yun. So, birthday ni Yong, no? Pero, nagpunta nga US and all. So, but I know, na-busy din. But finally, natuloy. So, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Ano naman to this is a humble channel, like podcast, and I always tell, okay na yun. Ganun talaga pag podcast, raw.
Cut agad din. Unang time second. Umubo. Okay.
No, I mean, sa siguro, my podcast channel naman is really more about like a personal project for me.
Yeah.
It all started lang talaga as my thought dump. And, hindi ko na-realize na it would become a passion of talking to people and somehow sharing this to a lot of viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
No? So, siguro
Grabe nga, dati parang you started, tas ngayon, 20,000 followers on TikTok na. I love it.
Oo nga eh. Parang nagugulat din ako when I started I remember 600 lang ata yung followers. But anyway, this is not about me. Siguro for the viewers and listeners of this podcast, I'm with Coach Kyle.
Hi!
Ito talaga, legit life coach. Kasi ako, nagpapaka-life coach lang. So,
Lahat naman tayo, alam mo, I think na tayo, alam mo, sa totoo lang, Pilipino lang naman na mahilig sa honorifics eh.
yeah.
Na
That's
parang
true.
for you to be certified at this, I get it, pag doktor ka, di ba?
Yeah,
Syempre you want someone, pag abogado ka, pag
Yeah.
all. Pero I feel like life coaches, they started with, the traumas that they've
Oh.
gone through. Doon naman talaga sila
Oh.
nagsimula eh.
Yeah.
And then eventually, turning that pain into power. Like, what do you do with that trauma?
Yeah.
So I guess everyone can be a life coach. Syempre the certifications that follows na lang din.
Oo,
Alam mo yun.
yeah.
Kaya nga lagi ko sinasabi when I go on live, like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist. If you want to be diagnosed, I'm not the right person. But if you want me to help you get out of that situation and to remind you of who you are, remind you of your choices, and to alam mo yun, to help you become the best version of yourself, then usap tayo.
Right.
It's like a gym coach. 'Di ba? A gym coach is someone, okay, do 20. Tomorrow you do 30. Pero you still need a nutritionist.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
Kasi yun naman yung doctor side. So think of
Ah.
it somehow as that, in that sense.
Okay, nice. So speaking of, how did you become a life coach? Tell us the story.
Okay, so para iyak. Charot. Hindi. Kasi siguro I've gone through a lot of ways to heal. So when I was a teenager, I felt like I was really kind of troubled. I
Yeah.
guess this has something to do with not having a dad growing up. So parang nag-serve ako sa church when I was in my teens, and then in my 20s naman, before having a kid, I was also still troubled. Nag-OD ako.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I had to see a psychiatrist.
Yep.
And then, nagkaanak ako, and then I was like, okay, I have to fix my life. And moving forward, parang okay naman. And then 2 years ago, life was good. So that was, more than 10 years na nangyari. And then 2 years ago, I got SA'd. It's actually used by my, technically, he's like a houseboy.
Okay.
So he's someone who does the repairs for the units apartments.
Right.
Yeah. So parang na-shake ulit yung self ko kasi parang alam mo yun, parang yung trust ko na naman sa lalaki. And itong taong to has been with us for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then parang I don't know how to talk about it. And then dun ko na narinig na totoo pala, people would ask you anong suot mo. And some of them came from family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Na parang, ano suot mo? Bakit ganun? And ako parang,
Gaslight?
somehow, or noong una inisip ko gaslighter, pero feeling ko kasi yun yung belief na na-consume nila.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but syempre, nung una, I didn't know any better. Syempre, lumalaban ako, ba't kayo ng gaslight? Bakit ganyan? Ang victim blame kayo, ganito, ganyan. Pero, ayun, eventually, sabi ko, okay, I don't want to be stuck. Kasi I became an angry person.
Yeah.
Parang sobrang dark ko lang noon. Parang sobrang, I don't know, my life was just different after what happened. Alam mo yung naitatawa ko when friends are around. Pero when
deep
it's
inside,
just me,
yeah.
for the first few months, hindi ako makalabas na mag-isa. I was too scared to open and close the gate kasi feeling ko baka nandun. Pag
Grabe.
natutulog ako, gusto ko may nakapalibot na unan. Tapos, I make sure na sobrang lock ng pinto.
Yeah.
Dumarating yung time kasi yun nga, may mga apartments, so may mga talagang more or less, wala akong choice, may mga lalaking gagawa. Nag-wear ako ng pants, tsaka ganito, kahit sobrang init. I felt na, alam mo yung nasara mo yung mundo mo, that's what trauma does eh.
Yeah.
Yung pag natakot ka, parang it creates so much fear within you that you just want to shut your world.
Yeah. Parang you put a wall.
Yeah, oo. And it wasn't like a wall na, buti sana kung yung wall na yan sa strangers lang eh.
Yeah.
But it also became a wall to my family.
Yeah.
There was a time na after that incident that happened, my daughter would usually kiss me in the morning. That's like a good morning kiss.
Yep.
That has been a routine. She did it to me siguro a week after it happened. Nagulat ako, natulak ko siya.
Wow.
That's when I said, okay, I can't be like this. I can't continue being like this din.
Oo.
Pero syempre,
It's
hindi
affecting your relationship na with
oo.
daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero syempre, hindi naman agad-agad nagawa ko siya ng,
Yeah.
like, how do I deal with this? Ganyan. So, umabot pa ng ilang months, ganyan. Hanggang sa, I did everything I could, tarot. Kasi sabi ko, nagawa ko na dati at church. Nagpa-pray naman ako.
Oo.
Pero parang, I want more. I'm not saying na don't pray. Alam mo yun, again, ang belief ko kasi faith is something personal.
Right.
Pero like, what else can I do for me?
Oo.
And ayoko nang bumalik ng psych noon kasi I didn't want to take meds.
Yeah.
So I was looking for something holistic. Like,
Mhm.
paano ba tong mga SA na to? Parang
Oo.
how do we heal this? Until sa ayun, naghanap na ako ng mga ways, tarot, tapos paparead ako, tapos kung ano nang makita ko, I'll read books, ganyan. Attend ako ng, nagpa-pranic healing ako, which is energy healing, Reiki healing, lahat na. And sabi ko, okay, I still want more. Tapos, naka-attend ako ng isang retreat.
Okay.
And then, somehow that retreat, ayan, parang yun talaga yung nakapag-crack open sa akin.
Okay.
And then, nung nakita ko yung nung facilitator, sabi ko, parang I feel like I'm being called. Tapos finally, nagkaroon ng sense why it had to happen.
Wow.
So, parang I did it. Eventually, I know it would sound parang, that's too good to be true. Pero eventually, nakita ko na, okay, it was a gift. I don't wish it to happen to anyone.
Mhm.
But I see it as a gift because it led me to where I am now.
Parang, talking about it, sorry, medyo na speechless ako for a bit. Kasi I mean, there's a lot of people who've experienced trauma.
Yeah.
Pero the way you talk about it right now, you've turned that trauma to something, different na made yourself whole again.
Yeah.
And I think yung trigger na sinabi mo is it's already affecting the relationship, especially with your child, no? So, paano yung process? Paano ka nag-start na, okay, I need to do this, I need to work on myself?
It was a choice. It was a hard choice. Because I didn't like the person I was seeing in front of the mirror.
Okay.
I didn't like her. I didn't like her version.
Uh-huh.
Sabi ko, this isn't me. Alam mo yun? And then, it made me look back on who I was nung bata ako.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that also comes with age din.
Yep.
No, parang, feeling ko, I'm in my mid-30s na parang, at the time, 2 years ago, so ilan taon ako, mga 31. Sabi ko, ano na ako, I'm in my 30s. Sabi ko, parang, I can't be like this. Nung medyo teenager ka, you have, parang feeling ko, may karapatan kang hindi mo karapatan, pero may excuse ka somehow eh.
Yeah.
Hayaan mo na bata pa, magbabago pa yan. Tapos naisip ko parang, pag tumanda ako, tapos nakasanayan ko yung ganito, what kind of relationship will I be creating with my daughter?
Yeah.
And also, I had to look back at my father wounds then. Kasi I grew up without a dad. Nasabi ko parang, I don't want to be like him.
Yeah.
Na, who didn't build a good and strong relationship with me.
With the kids.
Oo. So, I want na magkaroon ako ng magandang relationship. So, she was really my trigger. Kaya nga, even with nung nagtitake na when I was in my 20s and then nagtake na ako ng mga gamot nun because yun ang advice sa akin ng psychiatrist. When I had her, I stopped it talaga. Although it wasn't advisable. Pero kasi I'd always see my daughter as my life-changing gift.
Wow.
Siya talaga ang lagi kong wake-up call. Siya ang lagi ko iniisip na what kind of legacy do I want to live dito sa mundo? Nung pag nawala ako, parang
Paano ka maalala?
Oo, paano niya ako maalala? Not the world, okay lang, pero siya. Like, I want her na makita niya na,
how would she tell your story?
Yeah, na, my mom's not perfect, pero she tries her best.
Yeah.
She does everything for me.
Yeah.
Just kaya I have a healthy mental health.
Okay.
I have a good mental health. Kasi,
But obviously, yung healthy mental health mo at this point, it went through a lot.
yeah, oo naman. Hindi siya,
Instant.
it's a work, life is a work in progress.
Of course, yeah.
Everyone is a work in progress.
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere.
During that time, just going back, and again, I salute you for really, I feel that you're so brave and strong talking about this.
Thank
out
you.
there. I mean, there's a lot of people who's gonna hear this, and probably there's a reason why they're hearing this.
Yeah.
So, Just going back to that experience, may mga binlame ka ba na ibang tao kung bakit nangyari sa'yo?
Oo naman, a lot.
Okay.
A lot. Talagang, kaya ako ganito. I blamed my dad. I
Ah.
blamed I blamed my grandmother. I blamed people. Lahat. Parang, I guess, yun yung una nating nagiging response.
Yes.
Yung always blaming other people eh. Tapos tapos hanggang mag-create na lang siya ng anger. Hanggang sa anger became my emotional home.
Yeah, and some people get stuck there.
Yeah. And then, nandun na lang ako, galit na lang ako, konting tanong lang sa akin, kahit wala nang kinalaman. Kunwari, ma'am, kulang na po yung budget. Gawan niyo ng paraan.
Oh.
Alam mo yun. Tapos siya parang, sabi nung house help ko, ma'am, paano? Sa inyo yung budget. Alam mo yun, yung it affects na yung mga ganong relationship. I became the toxic member in the family. And kahit yung mom ko, pag tumatawag siya sa akin from the US, like, check na ako. Tapos tipong parang, wala, makipagkamustahan. Ba't ka tumawag? Yung wala namang ginagawa, yung irritable ka lang. Tapos sabi, wala, kinakamusta lang kita.
Parang unintentionally you're shutting people off, yeah.
Tapos parang, hindi, kasi busy ako eh.
Oo.
Pero parang if I think about it now, parang di naman ako ganun ka-busy noon. You know, that was my excuse.
Okay.
So siguro it was also me protecting myself, na I didn't want to feel any emotions.
I think sinabi mo kanina na because of the incident, you parang you guarded yourself.
Oo. Na hindi lang sa strangers, pero pati sa family. Kasi pati din sa anak ko eh. I became, kunwari, Mommy, pwede paturo ng ganito, ganyan, may assignment ako. Can you call your dad? Lahat ako na lang?
Talaga?
Ganun, alam mo yun, yung out of proportion na siya. Can you like ask help from your dad? Ako na naman, ako na nga gastos, ako na. Alam mo yun, ang dami ng sumbat, ang dami
mo nagsabi.
Ang daming nasabi, parang, siguro sabi, yung
nagpapatulong lang naman sa assignment.
Nakatingin lang, parang, Mommy, fraction lang. Hindi, pero ganun siya. That's what happens when you don't heal.
It consumes you.
It consumes you.
Yeah.
You have to go to the root cause talaga. That's what, trauma, that's why trauma happens. Talagang, talagang it consumes you.
Yeah.
It dies down yung pagkakakilanlan mo sa sarili mo.
It's eating you.
Sobra. And you become a version of you na hindi mo akalaing kaya mong gawin.
Yeah. Wow. So, what about to yourself? During that time, again, going back, what did you feel about it? Like, did you hate the world, or did you hate yourself that it happened to you?
I don't think I hated myself or the world, but I was very ungrateful.
Oh.
I felt like I was a victim and kawawa ako. I was so ungrateful with everything in my life. Parang when the SA happened, February kasi, tapos I did all the healing, mga July, March, April, May, June. So 4 months of being a monster.
Yeah.
Tapos, I don't feel like I hated people around me, but siguro it's just that I felt like I hated my life.
Yeah.
I hated my life. And eventually, hating your life or hating my life ended up na ma-hate ko na rin yung mga tao sa paligid ko. Pati sarili ko.
Yeah. So, at that, was there a point in time na parang you also lost connections and relationship na nagkaroon ng lamat or issues because of the monster that you became during that time?
Actually, hindi naman. Kasi I was hiding that version eh. I was hiding
Which
that
is,
version.
I think, more dangerous.
Yeah. I was for lack of better term, two-faced. You see me outside, I'm all, hi, la 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 la. But when I'm at home, I knew I was a monster. The people who saw it were my family, my daughter, my partner. So, sila yung nakakita. And talagang naging, lalo na yung partner ko at that time. Siya ang naging punching bag talaga. Siya ang talagang yung lahat ng baga kasamaan. Kung may di-describe siyang toxic relationship, Kyle,
yeah.
Alam mo yun, siya yung nakakita. But outside, parang, hello, ganyan. But I wasn't also like going out. Ayun, kasi meron din siyang awareness eh.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, yung parang there would be times na magagalit ako sa ex ko.
Yeah.
Ayan, magagalit ako sa kanya. Tapos after ko magalit sa kanya, pagkagabi, kasi amuhin niya ako, ganyan,
Oo.
pagkagabi iiyak ako. Sabi ko, hindi ko naiintindihan bakit feeling ko ang sama-sama ko. Alam kong mali yung ginagawa ko, pero why am I acting this way?
Mhm.
Bakit kita pinagbubuntang? Saan ba nanggagaling to?
Yeah.
Sabi ko parang, SA lang ba to? Saan pa to lahat galing? Doon na ako nagkaroon ng curiosity na parang mayroong pang mas malalim to.
Mhm.
Kasi para magalit ako ng ganun, parang,
May pinaguhugutan.
oo eh,
Yeah.
saan to? I wanted to see the root cause.
Okay.
Where is this coming from?
So talk about that journey.
Yeah,
So you were trying to understand the root cause, the why it happened. Kanina napag-usapan natin na yung somehow trigger point mo to heal was really affecting your relationship with your daughter
Yeah.
and your family.
yeah.
So what was the first step? I mean, because some people will probably ask, stuck ako dito sa gantong phase. How do I move on and try and start to heal myself?
Ako siguro yung pagising ko yung sabi ko ayoko na ng ganito. Ayoko na nito. Ayoko na yung ganito ako.
Oo.
Gusto ko yung Kyle na masaya.
Okay.
Ayoko na maging malungkot. Ayoko na maging galit.
So parang you're acknowledging na, wait, I am becoming a different person now.
Yeah. I guess that's where acknowledgement. Pero
Uh-huh.
before acknowledgement, there should be awareness.
Okay.
Awareness na, okay, I am becoming this person. And then you acknowledge it.
Mhm. Okay.
You acknowledge na you don't want to be that person.
Mhm.
Syempre, you let go of the ego as well.
Talk about that.
Yeah, let go of the ego. Kasi other people, pag sinabi nilang, alam mo yun, yung trauma, yung parang, I don't want to be like this, pero, ay hindi. Hindi pwede. Like ako, yung ego ko nun,
May
hindi
stubbornness.
yung ego ko nun, hindi ko pinapakita sa ibang tao.
Oo.
'Di ba? I'm showing a different version of me na okay, ganyan.
Yeah.
Pero pag kami na lang sa loob, yun na yung in short unhappy version ko.
Mhm. Mhm.
Pero outside, there's that ego eh. Ayun. And I feel like minsan, hindi naman kalaban si ego. You just have to embrace it for you to
Oh.
acknowledge it.
Wow. Yung iba kasi, di ba, parang kinakalaban nila yan eh.
Ego, oo. Si ego
Pero
hindi
it's
mo
part of yourself.
Oo, si ego hindi mo siya kinakalaban. Si ego yung version mo na nasaktan din.
Ah.
Si ego yung version mo na hurting,
Okay.
na dark din siya.
Okay.
So, 'di ba, for it to heal, you have to embrace it.
Yeah.
Kaya yung journey ko nun, ang ginawa ko was, okay, I don't wanna be this person. I need to do something to change.
Mhm.
Let's get help.
Mhm. Yun, asking help.
Asking help. It's very important. Kasi,
Yeah.
kung ikaw lang,
Yeah.
at saka, it's not just asking help, yung decision din na, hindi, lahat gagawin ko to save
Kailangan
me.
100% decided ka to do this.
Yeah.
Oo.
Playing all in for you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yun.
Wow. Kasi dun tama ka din. Yung pag in-embrace mo yung ego mo, that's a start eh.
Yeah.
No? So, but during those time ba, yun yun, na may awareness ka na acknowledge mo na yun ng mga nangyayari, you already decided to heal yourself, to start healing
Yeah.
yourself. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a process.
Yeah, it is.
It is a process. And what was if you can recall, what were the challenges during those process? Parang ano yung mga bumabato sa utak mo, sa paligid mo during that time?
Siguro yung mga challenges doon, yung relapse. Yung relapse talaga. Yung parang, okay, you feel okay.
You're
not
okay now.
Okay ka, happy ka. Okay, sige, nagpa-energy healing. You feel energized. Tapos pagka-uwi mo, may something na mangyayari, matitrigger ka, galit ka na naman.
Okay.
Tapos parang, teka, ba't ako nagagalit? Okay ako kanina eh.
Oo.
Pero you also have to acknowledge that na proseso siya eh.
Yeah.
Na part siya
Hindi naman
nung-
siya switch na.
Oo
ano
eh. Hindi
Oo.
siya switch eh. Na parang part siya ng journey mo.
Mhm.
So, kung dati nagagalit ako without any apology, yung nung nag-start ako to heal, nagagalit ako, tapos after no, ay, sorry,
Mhm.
mali ko.
Oo.
Again, may change.
Oo.
So, dun pumapasok si decision mo. Like,
Oo.
do you want to change? Kasi pwede mo namang i-allow yun na magalit, nag-heal ka konti,
Oo.
tas magalit ka, tapos wala kang gagawin. Wala, galit ka lang. Pero ano pang pwede mong baguhin dun?
Yeah. Is it also safe to say na parang, syempre, relapse would happen or could happen?
Yes.
Being aware of the triggers.
Yeah.
Oo.
Very important yung alam mo. And that's also you getting to know yourself in a deeper level.
Yep.
Like, saan ba nangyayari? Saan ba nanggaling tong trigger ko na to?
Mhm.
Bakit ba ako nainis sa kanya? Ang daming lumabas nun eh.
Mhm.
I realized I was also controlling.
Oh.
Ang dami, I got to know myself better. Na I was
Yeah.
controlling. I realized I was stubborn too. Na
Mhm.
fix pala akong tao.
Mhm.
Hirap ako to adjust.
Yep.
Na anything na na-change sa dynamics ng nakasanayan ko, uncomfortable ako.
Yep.
So, you get to know yourself and then you acknowledge na, okay, I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you.
I mean, not perfect, but you know.
I hear you. I'm getting to know you.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, sige. But let's try to change. Okay, bakit ba ganyan ka-fix? Kasi yun nga, deeply rooted siya. I want control pala. And then I had to go back to inner child healing. Kasi when I was raised, ganito pala yung nangyari sa akin. This is how I was raised. I never had the courage to like speak up. I was
Yeah.
always told na, okay, magulang ako, you listen
Yeah.
to me. Shh, quiet ka lang dyan. You just say yes.
Ganun yung kinalakihan mo kasi.
May ganung ano na I couldn't speak up. Parang anak ka lang, so makikinig ka
Yeah.
lang. So yun ngayon na adult na ako, I wanted control.
You wanted the different.
So meron ganun. Kaya lang, syempre, in an unhealthy way ko siya na nagagawa at
Express.
that time eh. So I guess ganun si trauma eh. Hanggat hindi mo natututunan yung lesson mo,
It will always be
it will always happen. Tapos
Yeah.
parang ba't paulit-ulit?
cycle.
Different situation, but parang same. Yun.
Wow. Okay. Sige. So, since you also mentioned about yung kinalakihan mo.
Yeah.
Like, so, let's touch a bit about, kasi I know, I've seen your TikTok live the other
Yeah.
day and you were talking about generational trauma.
Nag-isip na.
Yeah. So, yung sa generational trauma, can you talk about it? Like, minsan kasi may mga times na tinatry nating intindihin yung mga darkest moments natin sa buhay
Yes.
natin. And then, di natin na-realize na yung trauma pala yun is actually passed on from generations to generations.
Yes, oo.
Can you talk about more of that? Like, ano yung mga naging nare-realize natin about that?
Yeah. So, ako kasi, see generational trauma, basically, so how our parents were raised is also, that became their beliefs.
Okay.
Add mo na rin si culture.
Okay.
Pinapanood nila whatever they've consumed nung bata sila.
Yeah.
And then they pass it on to us.
So kasi they think that's the
right thing to do.
It's a norm.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do because that became their belief.
Mhm.
So, 'di ba? And pansin mo, ang society changes. So, for example, noon, ang mga babae, they can't work.
Yeah.
Lalaki lang, right? So, very patriarchal.
Yep.
Kasi yun yung alam nilang tama. So, that went on for decades.
Yeah.
Hanggang sa may babae na lumaban, and then nagkaroon na
Broke the cycle.
broke the cycle, may rights na. Parang ganun lang din ang generational trauma. So, for example, noon, kung pinalaki sila na, eto, sa atin, hindi ka pwedeng makipagrelasyon sa isang mahirap. Right?
Yeah.
Kunwari noon, siguro mga 40s, 1920s. Okay? And then, ang nangyari after noon, ang parents, pag may kumpare, so same level of wealth siguro or status, pag anuhin ng anak, i-arrange ang anak. Kailangan magkasundo ang anak natin. There's control.
Okay.
And then, pag naipasa yan, pag nagkaroon ng boyfriend na itong next generation, yung mga anak, andun na yung nanlalait. Bakit yan? Not necessarily i-arrange mo, but the belief is still there na nangingialam, bakit yan? Okay, bakit walang trabaho ang asawa mo? Bakit ganito? Inasawa mo yan, tapos tayo lahat di ba?
Yeah.
Plus, add mo pa yung nako-consume. Ano ba ang tema ng mga teleserye natin growing up?
Sabagay.
Diba? So, all of those,
it feeds your mind.
It feeds your mind na parang, oo nga, alam mo yon. Tapos, nagkakaroon din ng belief na parang, pagka mahirap, tsaka mayaman nagkatuluyan, it's a very, love story.
Yeah.
That's also where it comes from, yung parang, oh, ang sarap ng love story
Oo.
nila.
Oo.
Masyado naman na romanticize.
Yeah.
Di ba na parang, bakit ba kailangan i-romanticize yan? It doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
Hanggang sa nabago ng nabago. But of course, di ba, lahat yan, hindi, again, you can't change anything overnight.
Yeah.
It's passed on. But I think that's your responsibility as this, next
Yeah.
generation. It's to heal kung ano yung kaya mong i-heal so you don't pass it on to the next one.
What's the danger of generational trauma to someone?
Sometimes people get stuck.
Okay.
So I guess that's the only, I think not just generational trauma, but in any kind of trauma. When people get stuck,
Yeah.
when they don't try to break the cycle because they've been so used to, okay na to.
Pero minsan yung ibang tao kasi nahihirapan to break the cycle eh.
Because it's really, breaking the cycle is work.
Yeah.
'Di ba? When it comes,
It's effort din.
it's effort, it's commitment, it's okay, sabi nila, ang healing daw is like a layer of onions.
Okay.
So, you peel the first layer. 'Di ba? Nakakaiyak 'yun
Yeah.
kasi a little
Yes.
lang, 'di ba? Yung
Yes.
skin lang. You peel the second, mas matindi na yung tears
Yuck.
kasi mas
Yeah.
mas potent na yung juice nun, 'di ba?
Ah.
Pag napunta ka na dun sa pinakabulok sa loob,
Oo.
'di ba? Pag kinat mo 'yun, pag nag-cut open na siya, yun na yung mas masakit na sa mata.
Oo.
So, the deeper you go into your healing, the more painful it is. That's why some people, they don't want it because they don't want to face the pain.
Yeah.
That's why it takes
Yung
courage.
fear. May fear sila
May
to
fear
face
eh.
that.
Kasi like yung sa akin, I went deep down. Tapos
Yeah.
nakita ko lahat ng shadows ko eh. Lahat ng dark sa akin, hindi lang to tungkol sa SA eh. The SA was just the trigger point.
There's a lot of things.
Ang dami.
Yeah.
Punta ako sa ganito, relationship ko with my dad, with my mom, with ganito, relationship ko with my exes. Ang dami, relationship ko with myself. Pati insecurities ko, na halungkat ko. As in
Yeah.
talagang para siyang rabbit hole
Oo.
na sumisilip lang ako noong una. Tapos, uy, naayos ko.
Yeah.
Okay, sige, parang, okay, let's go deeper. Let's go
Yeah.
deeper. Kailangan matapang ka talaga when you heal.
Tsaka maganda yung sinabi mo na parang you do it like step by step. Because not really step by step, but I mean, one at a time.
Yeah.
Yung sa'yo peeling. Kasi minsan kasi, I feel like people are having this fear because overwhelmed sila. Parang they're always ahead na parang, alam mo yung gano'n, na parang, shit, ayokong masaktan ng todo. Ayokong maging ganito. So, dun sila nagkakaroon ng fear, no? So,
Yeah. Tsaka ano rin, there's also the in denial.
Yeah.
Kasi when you start your healing, dapat, I think, mas open ka.
Mhm.
Open ka to receive.
Yeah.
Open ka to see. And at the same time, dapat, ako pinaka-biggest lesson ko talaga dito, accountability.
Mhm.
Dapat accountable ka na, yes, lahat sila, nagkamali man sila. Pero
Yeah.
somehow, how you reacted, accountable ka dun.
How they reacted, you're accountable to it.
How you reacted
Yeah.
doon sa mga nagawa nila.
Oo.
You're accountable to your
Wow.
actions. You're not accountable for what they did. What they did to you, it has no excuse.
Okay. But
Pero
yung control mo.
yung control mo
Yeah.
sa sarili mo, like you're accountable for you. So, like for example, another thing na nakita ko, okay. So dati I'd usually blame my dad. So when I was a teenager till my 20s, I would jump from one relationship to another.
Yep.
Because, okay, for in my understanding, because wala akong matinong role model
Yeah.
sa lalaki. So my first boyfriend, I was 14, he was 23. Siyempre, menor de edad, nagkagulo pa noon and all that, di ba? Pero at that time, feeling ko love yun, pinaglalab. Again, the teleserye that I consumed.
Yes.
Mahal ko siya, Sheneline, ganyan-ganyan. Bakit mo kami pinaglalayo? Until, nakakatawa kasi me
Very
and my mom,
teleserye nga.
we talk about it. Tapos pag binapaalala, naalala mo nung ano ka?
Tatawa
14 ka.
lang
Tapos
kayo.
ako yung hiyang-hiya. Kasi huwag mo paalala, nakakahiya. Pero again, di ba, what you consume, yun. And then at the same
becomes
time,
you.
it becomes you. Tapos, sabi niya, tinatanong niya ako, ba't ka pa pumatol kasi dun? Sabi ko, kasi alam mo, mabait naman yun. He never took advantage of me. In fairness to that guy, was very respectful. He knew I was a minor.
Yep.
He really took care of me.
Uh-uh.
He was like a dad.
That's
when I realized.
Yes na,
kasi nung
yeah. You were longing for that father figure.
Oo, yung taking care. Yung parang, sabi, ano bang alaga ang gusto mo? Sabi ko, ewan ko, parang, nilalabas niya ako, yung parang dinidate niya. I mean, syempre, in my eyes at that time, date.
Oo.
Pero like, it was a very conservative date because again, he was very respectful because he knew I was a minor. So,
Right.
siguro takot din siyang
Yeah,
magkaano-ano,
yeah.
diba? And even when holding my hands, alam mo
Uh-huh.
yun, it wasn't really a
You felt
romantic.
secure.
Yeah,
You felt,
walang, at saka I don't think it was really a romantic relationship kasi I was really young, alam mo yun.
You don't know
Oo.
the things yet.
You know what we did was simple lang. He would take me out for let's say lunch dates.
Mhm.
Tapos manood kaming sine.
Mhm. Mhm.
No holding hands pa nga eh.
Oo.
Tapos ang gusto mong popcorn. Tapos ako parang kilig-kilig. Tapos ngayon nung tumanda ako, na-realize ko, hindi, ang hinihil ko nun, inner child
Your
ko.
inner child, yeah.
Na merong lalaki.
You've been longing for it. You just don't realize it that time.
Oo, nahanap ko lang sa iba.
Mm.
Na na-cover up lang siya ng isang romantic relationship.
Ah.
Tapos, dinate niya ako, time zone.
Bagets ha?
Or Worlds of Fun ata. Basta ganun. Tapos ang saya-saya ko lang.
Oo.
Tapos parang naglalaro lang kaming basketball. Alam mo,
Yeah.
parang tanga.
Oo.
Pero, yun pala, yun yung hinihil ko. Yung tipong, hindi nga ako nagdedemand na bigyan niya akong bulaklak eh.
Oo.
Pero minsan padalhan niya akong ice cream. Bata.
Happy ka na nun.
Oo, bata. Yun pala yun. Yun yung
Ah.
inner child pala yung hinihil ko doon. So yun, na-realize ko rin yung ganong pattern ko. So, jumping from one relationship to another. Kasi nga, parang I needed yung feeling
Yeah.
mo you need someone, you want to be with someone. So,
Mm.
yun, ganun siya. Ganun si Trauma eh. Parang kang nagjo-journey backwards.
Yeah.
Para makita mo, para mas maintindihan mo.
Yep. Do you consider now, with all of these things that you've experienced, do you consider fully healed at this moment? Like, right now? Do you understand yourself like completely?
I understand myself better. I understand why things are happening for me. Fully healed, I don't think anyone can be fully healed.
You can say that you're fully healed. You cannot say that.
I don't think so because I think I am healed based sa kung anong kailangan kong healing ngayon.
Okay.
So, if I'm fully healed based on the kind of healing I need now, yes. Then
Uh-huh.
yes, the answer
Uh-huh.
would be yes.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't mean that the healing stops here.
Mhm.
Because eventually, just like that layer of onion, nagpipil ka
Yeah.
na nagpipil,
Right.
meron ka nakikita. I just have a better understanding of why things are now.
Yeah. So, better understanding of the things now. I'm pretty sure, throughout the process, nagkaroon ka ng strong support system.
Meron din, yeah, oo.
Paano sila nag-play ng role sa healing process mo? Like, what was their, role dun sa pag-discover ng sarili mo all throughout?
Ako I would say kasi siguro yung kasama ko lang would be my ex at that time eh.
Ah.
So, siya, talagang nandyan lang siya talaga for me. But, I guess yung support system, they came on siguro later. Nung nakita na nilang may changes.
Mhm.
Nung nakita na nila na that change was doing me good.
Yeah.
Kasi nung una, parang they don't understand what I'm going through. Kasi siguro
Yeah.
hindi ko na naman sinasabi. And I was also like journeying on my own.
Yeah.
So, parang feeling ko the healing part, you have to do it on your own.
Mm.
And eventually, people would just see, like, hindi ko naman in-announce na, alam mo yun, hey, I'm healing.
I'm healing, oo,
Oo,
yeah,
ganon. Parang I just did what I had to. Parang hindi rin ako nag-expect kasi siguro ng support system. Pero I knew that they came after. Kasi
Yeah.
nagkaroon na ng curiosity na, lalo na nung nag-life coach na ako.
Oo.
Parang that was really something that people got curious. Lalo na sa family ko na
Yeah.
parang, ginagawa mo. Parang,
Oo.
seryoso, life coach? Bakit? They got
Pag-usapan
curious.
natin later yan.
Again.
Oo, pero interesting. So, dun sa support system, were there people na, during your healing process na sa trauma mo, etc., didn't understand? And actually, parang at one point, ayoko makipag-deal sa'yo. Kasi ayoko yung nakikita kang, alam mo yun, kumbaga, they don't want to be part of it. They want to exit. May mga ganun tao ba?
Oo, marami.
Mhm.
Because when you heal, you also start to trigger other people.
Mm.
And people who are so comfortable being stuck will be triggered by people who keeps on evolving.
Mhm.
So when you heal, you evolve.
Yeah.
Kasi you're changing. You're becoming a different version of you. And when they become so used of the old you who they can control, the old you who's just about the fun part probably.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, it's also your energy trying to protect you. Because remember, what you
Yeah.
consume becomes you.
Yeah.
So therefore, even
are what you tolerate.
You are what you tolerate. So
Yeah.
even the relationships that you have, if they're not good for your growth, once you're in your healing journey, ikaw na rin mismo parang we're not vibing.
Okay.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's just that you're in a different stage of your
Right.
life.
So meaning, I think that's also a good message na parang when you go through this, yes, you would somehow discover or meet your different version of yourself. You get to welcome other people in your life, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you would lose the people na somehow nandoon.
And people that aren't meant for you anymore.
Yes.
Ayun.
They're meant to be chapters in your life.
Oo. And there's nothing wrong about it. Alam mo
Yeah.
yon, like you
It's
don't
life.
have to
Yeah.
make a big drama out of
Yeah.
it. Na parang, and na-realize ko rin, when you let go of people, it means that you're also opening up your space for new ones.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
For new ones that would align
Yeah.
with what you need
Yeah.
at that moment in your life.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Sige. Other questions here is that can we talk? Let's talk briefly about yung ginagawa mo ngayon as a life coach.
Sige.
How did this experience of yours became an instrument in sharing or healing other people?
Mhm.
Paano mo siya nagagawa? At paano mo siya natatranslate to, healing other people?
Yeah. So, actually, si life coaching, nung nag-start lang naman siya na parang makita ko na, oh, I want to be a life coach. Parang ganon. It really just started na parang I wanted to just share my story.
Mhm.
Kasi feeling ko, inisip ko, uy, powerful yung story, share natin. Para yung, again, that's also me alchemizing it. Na hindi lang siya, alam mo yon, yung natuto ka, tas gatekeep mo.
Correct.
Parang I just wanted to share it.
Ah.
Hanggang sa I got curious, dati nagla-live ako. Tapos may mga tao, again, Filipinos kasi are into honorifics.
Yeah, yeah.
So nagtatanong sila, are you certified? Chuchu-chuchu. So I got curious, ay may ganun pala.
Yeah.
May certification palang ano. So
Yeah.
I took my sabi ko, ano kayang klase? Tapos nahanap ko si NLP.
Yep.
Neurolinguistics Programming.
Yep.
And then may hypnotherapy, timeline therapy, and then nag-energy healing. And kung ano-ano ng mga kinuha ko. And nag-enjoy naman ako kasi I learned a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
So, ayun na, nung nagkuha ako ng mga certifications,
Yeah.
I guess doon na nag-start. Tapos parang nag-hold na rin ako ng mga space, a
Yep.
few ones,
Yep.
here and there, ganyan. But basically, I just wanted to, siguro ang pinaka-point ko lang dito is I just wanted people to know and to raise awareness
Yep.
na you have no excuse for not healing.
Yeah.
Na you always have a choice, especially now. Ang dami ng mga hindi na tabu, dati tabu ang psycho, 'di ba? Ang psych.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Ang ano lang, simba ka lang. Yan lang ang makakapagpa-heal sa'yo.
Anak, dasal ka lang.
Dasal ka lang,
Yeah,
'di ba? There's nothing wrong about that,
Yeah.
though. Like if you feel like, that helps you, then by all means go ahead.
Oo.
But what I'm saying is, if you're looking for something else, you have options.
Mm.
So what's your excuse
Mhm.
for not healing?
Right. Parang parang yung journey mo is somehow naging calling
Yeah.
to Kasi I kind of share the same, well, again, hindi naman ako certified life coach and whatnot. I don't claim to be one. Although there's a lot of people na parang, minsan nga nag-cringe ako eh. For example, when I go live and then they call me coach pa ako, sabi ko, don't call me that. Sabi ko, don't call me that, please. Sabi ko, sa akin naman kasi, the motivation lang talaga is, sabi ko nga, when I did the podcast, as long as there's one soul finding sense of,
Yeah.
what I talk about, I'm okay with that. Parang ganon. Parang touching one soul at a time. Diba? Parang ganon. So, well, I mean, it became a calling, but at the same time, there are people who would somehow will not understand.
Yeah.
And then they would say na, bakit anong K nito?
At
Oo.
saka, On life coach, ang pinagsasabi mo.
Exactly.
Ano yan?
So, how did you deal with those kind of things? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, oo, nako, marami. Wala.
Wala.
Ay, kasi, why do I want to deal with people who are not meant to be in my life?
Okay.
I wouldn't want to deal with them. Why? Because, obviously, we're not aligned.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Hindi rin ako ang kailangan mo. Hindi ka
Yes.
rin ang kailangan ko.
Yeah.
That's why even with accepting for, let's say, my one-on-one coaching, I do discovery calls first.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't take lang for the sake of like taking lang. No, I do discovery calls because I also want to make sure that I'm also aligned. Like my
Yes.
program, what I offer in my container.
Yep.
I want to make sure that it's also aligned to what you're looking for.
Mhm.
I've had multiple discovery calls and I bluntly tell them, I don't think I'm the one you're looking for. Kasi may ano is different eh.
Okay.
'Di ba? It's not about, alam mo yun, parang taking clients or what. I guess, people, this is also one thing. Like, if you want to be a life coach, know your intentions, why
Yeah.
you're doing what you're doing. Because
Yeah.
if you're doing this for money,
Yeah.
find another career.
Yeah. May naalala ka bang isang client na kinoach mo na parang up to this time, super memorable sa'yo?
Yes, meron. So this client, taga-UK siya. So memorable kasi nung time na yun, minamanifest ko na gusto ko ng isang international client
Okay.
na Pinoy.
Okay.
Specific. Ayaw mag-English eh. Dahil gusto ko ng isang, wala lang. Kasi parang feeling ko, pag umabot na yung TikTok ko doon, okay.
Yes.
So nung within that week siguro, or mga 2 weeks, nagkaroon ako ng one client.
Okay.
Tapos tong client ko na to, she's older than me. So she's quite nearing her 40s.
Mhm.
Tapos, siya sa lahat ng mga clients ko yung mas older. Siyempre, yung older sa akin. Tapos parang ako, medyo na
Na-intimidate ka na konti.
Oo, kasi parang, hala, makikinig ba to sa akin? At saka syempre nandun yung, teka lang, baka fix na masyado to. Ang dami nang na-instill.
Yes.
She was so open.
Okay.
Tapos, we went through her healing, which is more of her inner child lang. And then, during that time, yung 10 sessions namin, nawalan pa siya ng work.
Okay.
So, it was really, challenging na parang hindi niya maintindihan, ganito, ganyan. So, anyway, so we did that. We started, nagkaroon kami ng inner child healing. We
Yeah.
had to address. Kasi, taga-UK siya. So, obviously, this is a culture as well that we're
Yes.
gonna tap on. Siya ang inaasahan. Because,
Okay.
syempre, taga-UK
OFW,
Yeah, she's not an OFW though. Ano talaga siya na
maganda siya,
base Pero, syempre, yung family niya na naiwan dito,
Yep.
responsibilidad
Yes,
niya.
yes.
Ganon. Kahit may asawa na siya. So, that's another burden. Tapos, nawalan siyang work, pariningan siya. Yung mga ganon. So, that was somehow yung umiikot yung story niya. Tapos, kung how she was raised as well. Medyo strict ang family. But anyway, so, ayun. So, I had to teach her how to set boundaries in a healthy way.
Mhm.
And then, heal muna siya through inner child healing. And then, nagkaroon din kami ng timeline therapy. So, timeline therapy is going through the very first time you felt such emotion. Let's say, anger, ganon. Tapos, you have to, that's working with your subconscious naman.
Yeah.
So, yun. Kasi yun yung kailangan mo i-heal eh. Kasi yung
Yeah.
patterns natin, imprint siya sa subconscious natin eh.
Right.
As anyway, after nung buong 10 sessions namin, so she lost her job,
Yeah.
nag-away sila lalo nung parents niya kasi nagkaroon siya ng boundaries eh. Again, people who are not used to your changes, they would react.
Right.
So, nag-react ang parents.
Family,
Nadamot ka na.
Anong nangyari sa'yo? Ganyan,
lumaki ulo, whatever, ganyan. Tapos siya, sabi ko, okay, just tell them, explain it to them. Sinabi ko naman sa'yo, they won't understand as of now. But people are adaptable. They would eventually. Hanggang sa, wala na silang magawa eh. Kasi she took back her power. Okay, sige. After 10 sessions, before we ended that session, so she lost her job pala. And then, she was able to get a job that was higher than the job that she lost. That was offering a higher salary than the job that she lost.
Right.
Plus, she was able to buy herself. And sila mag-asawa ng kotse.
Oh.
So, because when you heal, you start attracting the right things for you.
Right.
And that also came with manifestation. I also had to teach her how to do the vision board, ganito, ganyan. And that also adds din sa kanya, more on her kasi work niya yun eh.
Yep.
Yung self-belief niya, yung self-trust niya. Sabi nga niya sa akin, there's this one time na sinabi niya, alam mo coach, if siguro wala akong life coaching sa'yo, tas nangyari 2 years ago, nagpapanik na ako.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre, at that time, magre-renew pa sila ng visa nila eh.
Yeah.
So, ang daming expenses.
Yep.
Tapos,
Yep.
sila mag-asawa, pareho pa silang breadwinner ng mga families nila sa Philippines. Tapos, parang nawala ng work.
So, paano
Tapos,
na? Yung
nag-iisip
ano?
na siyang sabi niya, ayoko mag-commute sa city. Kasi, alam mo yun, ang
Yes.
dami ng hassle.
Oo.
Pero sabi, hindi, sige lang. The self-belief din, the trust.
Oo.
Kasi nga, yung trauma mo, yung fear mo, yung walang tiwala mo sa sarili mo, na-heal mo na yun eh.
Mhm.
So somehow, when things like this, when you face challenges, you learn to rise from it.
Yeah, that's true. Kasi sabi nga nila, 'di ba? Life will throw you things. You cannot control that, but you can control how you can react to it,
Exactly.
right? So, and then yung dun sa client mo yun, it doesn't necessarily mean naman na inabandon niya yung family and whatnot.
No.
It's just really more focusing on herself,
Yes.
so she can be more for the family
Yeah.
and for ano.
Yeah.
No.
She had to learn to fill her cup.
Yeah, ayun, that's the right term.
She had to learn to fill
Kasi
her cup.
nauubos siya bigay ng bigay, but she forgets her own self.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Sige, dun sa ano naman, sa medyo mahaba na yung usap natin, but this is really good conversation.
Ano to,
talaga.
buong buwan ng
Buong
4 parts.
correct.
Once a week na release. Part 1, part 2.
No, again, going back to your personal, self life coaching and all, no. At this point in time ba, after all of those discoveries and you've met your better version of yourself, can you clearly say that yung mga nangyaring dark moments in the past, are you thankful that it happened to you?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of people will get triggered. They'd say, hindi mo kasi baka iba yung, again, magkakaroon ng reactions dyan, compare nila yung SA ko, kasi hindi ganito eh. Paano mo masabi yan? Yung iba kung nabuntis ka. Alam mo yun, they'll try to make it, worse. But again, to each its own. I see it as a gift.
Okay.
Because that experience cracked me open.
Okay.
And it led me to where I am now. Because of the choice that I made as well.
It's about a choice.
It's about the choice. I didn't want to get stuck. I don't want my life theme to revolve around the SA.
Yeah.
To revolve around the story na I grew up without a dad.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to die na yun ang maalala sa akin ng tao.
I guess that's a very powerful thing. And what legacy are you gonna,
Yeah.
leave?
That's why my one-on-one coaching program is called the One-on-One Legacy Coaching.
Wow.
Because I want you okay, everything that happened to you, especially when you were younger, when you were a kid, you didn't have a choice. Bata ka susunod ka lang talaga But now that you are an adult, one of the best gifts that we have is the gift and the freedom of making a choice.
Yeah. That's life.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of life. Right? Kyle, every time I have a guest in the podcast, I always ask this. If you're gonna go back to the past and talk to your past self, what was that?
Ay, wait lang. Kani.
If you could talk to your past self, what will you tell your past Kyle?
Thank you for being so strong. No one has commended you on how strong you truly are for going through everything. Because you had to experience that for us to become who we are now.
Aww.
So, you went through that. Siya yun, yung past self ko yun eh. So, I want to commend her and I just want to say I'm so proud of her for making a different choice, for learning, for growing, for, crying.
Yeah.
For crying, for grieving, for getting angry.
Yeah.
Kasi all those emotions that she went through, she had to see it eh.
Yeah.
And now I'm here because that past version of mine went through that.
Wow.
She was the sacrificial lamb. So I'm so proud of her.
Lahat ng niluha mo before may saysay ngayon.
Oo. Lahat nung pinagdaanan niya, andito na, umabot na sa podcast. Alam mo, diba? Kwento na siya. That's her legacy.
Wow. Wow, that's really nice. Yung legacy talaga no? Parang how do you want people to
remember you.
Sabi nga nila, diba? In life, you die twice.
Yes.
First is yung physical death.
Death.
The second one is when someone stops mentioning your name or remembering you.
Yeah.
And yung pangalawang death is somehow controllable kasi kung nagmarka ka sa buhay ng ibang tao, they would always talk about it and you will be immortal
Yeah.
in a sense, no?
Correct. Tsaka, siguro, before we become a legacy, before people remember us, you have to remember who you are first.
Yeah. Sabi din nila, 'di ba? Kasi siguro a lot of people think na life is a pursuit of happiness, but it's actually pursuit of experiences.
Yes.
You had to experience the ups and downs. Happiness, joy, anger, frustration,
Grief.
sadness, grief. You have to experience all of those things for you to really understand yourself. No? Yeah. So I guess, I'm pretty sure we can talk all day about stuff, and I'm pretty sure babalik ka sa podcast na to.
Oo naman.
Yeah. And,
Dapat beach na to. Dapat
correct.
outing. Outing pa nga.
Gusto ko yung gano'n, yung mga tipong, kunyari, set up lang tayo ng upuan sa beach,
Yeah.
tapos,
May camping chair na ako. May
kape,
chair na ako.
diba?
Ayan.
Yan, gawin natin yan.
Sige.
And, hindi, kasi diba,
Tapos tamang
nag-podcast
beer,
ka din,
ano,
diba?
Yes.
So,
We'll do that kasi ako naman, I'll have something like that, kape-serye.
kapeserye.
I want like a coffee series na. Salit.
Sige,
We'll talk
sige.
about it.
Okay, excited ako dyan. I guess just to, sort of wrap this episode, no? What message do you want to leave the listeners out there and the viewers na currently going through something and feeling stuck on their traumas and their hardships in life right now?
Being stuck, that is actually okay. People are stuck because they're in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to change, they don't want to do anything. So I guess the best message is that the moment you wake up, you ask yourself, who do you want to be now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you will imagine yourself, anong klaseng tao ang gusto mong makita sa harap ng salamin?
Right.
Sino siya? Anong ginagawa niya? Anong nararamdaman niya? Sino si Kyle na version na gusto mo? And if that version that you're thinking right now is not the version you're in, then it's about time for you to make a change.
Nice.
It's about time for you to make a choice to become that version of you. That's
Parang
where the choice comes in.
Parang face the mirror and look at the person you want it to be.
Yeah. Because other people, like, they'll see, okay, is this the version I want? Yes, I'm happy with the version I have now, but I want this pa.
Yeah.
Okay, then how do you become that version of you?
Right.
So you do things to become that version of you. Pero may ibang tao na totally, like ako, yung experience ko, I hated that version of me. Ayoko talaga. So, anong kailangan mong gawin? Like, who do you want to be?
Yeah.
And you have to, for you to be able to become that version of you, you have to embody. Ano ba yung ginagawa ng tao yan? Ba't siya masaya?
Yeah.
Ano bang kulang? Baka mamaya kulang ka sa gratitude.
Yeah.
Baka mamaya you're blessed but you're not actually, this isn't about positive mindset lang or toxic positivity ha.
Yeah.
It isn't about that eh. But sometimes we get stuck lang talaga because we have been too focused na ito yung comfort zone, ito yung nakasanayan mo. And every time na nandun ka sa nakasanayan mo, wala kang growth.
Exactly.
You have to break the cycle.
Right. That's really nice. So, how can people, reach out to you? Like, there will be people na would be interested to know more, and I know this is a conversation between you and me, but there will be people here who might be interested. How can they reach out?
Yeah, of course. So I do have my website that's lalagay mo ba rito?
Ilalagay ko yan dito.
Sige. That's www.kylekapilitan.com. I also have my TikTok and my Facebook page. Ayan. But usually for DMs, ayan, Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah,
Ayan.
ilalagay natin dito yung contact
Yes.
details.
Yeah.
And speaking of TikTok, since I do live stream as well, you do live stream as well.
Yes.
Let's collab.
Oo, yun nga inisip ko kanina,
Oo.
mag-live tayo.
Sige, mag-set tayo ng time. Tapos, let's announce it to our followers.
Sige, sige.
And then, let's collaborate.
Sige.
Okay. Well, again, Kyle, this has been a really meaningful episode. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
From a wannabe life coach to a life coach.
Oy, ano ba yun?
No. I mean, sabi ko nga, the channel or the podcast here is the main objective is to touch one soul at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure when they hear and they see this episode, there will be more souls than na matatouch.
Ah,
And-
ang dami nating snippets.
Yes, snippets. And I think that's a higher calling, I would say. So I'd like to thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
me and thank you for opening your space.
Yep.
Alam mo, again, you don't have to be certified. This is also, you're also part of, healing people. Because opening up your space, setting this up and sharing your story
Yeah.
as well, your thoughts, your wisdom, that also adds value to people's lives.
Nice.
Just imagine if every person in this universe maggaganon sila na kahit one wisdom per day.
Yeah,
Di ba? Ang saya nun.
yeah, that's true.
Ang dami natin matututunan.
All right, thank you so much, guys. So, if you reached this part of the episode, maraming salamat sa pagtambay. And we'll catch you again in the next episode.
Bye!